I feel like in this day and age, things are moving very, very quickly, and I feel that there's something that is missing from people's lives. I feel like we've become very soft. Maybe 200 years ago, we didn't have the option to order food from online, to work from home. We had to actually go out there and buy things for ourselves. 1,000 years ago, or even longer, we had other problems, which included getting the basic necessities, which includes buying yourself some food, taking care of your family. Now, this comes pretty easily. I mean, the basic necessities are almost available with a click of a finger. Now you can order from Deliveroo. You can literally order McDonald's online. You can work from home. You don't even have to leave your house in order to make a living and get by in life. And this has gotten us very, very comfortable, but not necessarily for the good part. I mean, it's good. In theory, it sounds very, very positive and very, very good. But you also notice that many people are depressed. Many people are sad. And you think, oh, why is that? I mean, everyone's literally, they can just sit down on their beds and just do everything from there. That is the dream. You would love that. As a kid, you probably think that that is literally the happiest thing for a human being. But unfortunately, we as humans are not fulfilled that way. I don't know the reasons for that. All I know is that you can't just let yourself get comfortable in life. To an extent, of course, it's nice to be comfortable sometimes. But overall, you do have to still go through the hardships, and because this doesn't get inflicted on you anymore, you don't have to hunt for your food anymore as you had to have thousands of years ago, or you don't have to protect your family from dangerous situations as you would have had to have done back in the day. But you still have to inflict that trauma and replace it somehow in order to still be a tough person, somebody who's good at dealing with stress and somebody who's capable. Now, because it's so easy to get the basic necessities, many people don't have any problem-solving skills. If I was to tell you, can you get me a glass of milk please from the kitchen, and you go to the kitchen, your kitchen's closed, most people, what they would do, they would come back to you and say, oh, the kitchen was closed. I can't get you the milk. Like, that is a perfect example of people not having problem-solving skills these days. Someone who's got problem-solving skills, they go to the door, they realize it's closed, they go, okay, well, what other options are there? Maybe I can go to the shop and do it. Or is there some milk next door? Or does someone else have the key? And they'll find a solution to eventually get that milk. Now, because things have gotten very easy, people don't have the skill anymore. Not at all. And to have this skill, and to have the ability to be able to deal with stress and deal with difficult situations, you have to self-inflict that trauma. How do you do this? Now, I'm not saying you have to put yourself in a very dangerous situation, but you have to an extent, simulate you going through something difficult. Now, this can be something as simple as going to the gym, working out. When you go to the gym, you lift heavy weights. It is painful. It is very, very hard. But once you go through it, you get the last rep done. The last rep is incredibly painful, but guess what? You get it done, and then you get the whole gym session done, and you feel amazing about yourself, right? You feel fulfilled. The difficulty of overcoming difficult things is, and overcoming that, is what's going to help you to become fulfilled in life. Now, if you just stay at home and just become comfortable the whole day, eat crap food and get fat, guess what? You don't have a reason to be proud of yourself. You have to find reasons to be proud of your achievements, and you have to improve your ability to deal with stress. Physical stress is, of course, through the gym. Now, there are many different forms to this. You can, of course, challenge yourself to run a marathon. Sign up for something. Sign up for an Ironman. It doesn't have to be physical either. Start playing chess. Learn to, maybe you want to get better at maths, or learn more about history, or get better at drawing. Different skills that once you've improved it, you are going to be proud of yourself. Now, in the short term, sometimes these are difficult to complete. The short-term struggle is very difficult, right? You go to the gym, lift heavy, especially when you do squats. Squats are very, very painful. They are so hard. Sometimes you hate doing it, but guess what? Because you want to achieve something, you get it done. And then you get stronger, and you get bigger, and you get results. And these are the results that you're going to be proud of eventually. And of course, this will give you confidence. Now, if you don't do this, if you don't inflict yourself trauma, then you are going to stay behind, and you will not have the ability to stand out from people in 2024. It's very tricky these days. You have social media. These distractions from social media are making it incredibly difficult for us. Now, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, and you're scrolling through, there are so many people that they go to work, they get back from work, and all they do in the evening is just scroll through TikTok and Instagram. If that's all you have going for yourself, if that's how one-dimensional you are, and you say that you are depressed, then honestly, I am not surprised. It makes sense. We human beings are not designed or not evolved to be happy in a scenario like that. Now, I'm not saying depression doesn't exist. It definitely does exist, and it's very, very hard, I'm sure. But There are times when you're unhappy, but you have a very good reason to be unhappy and you can do something about it. And in 2024, it's very easy to fall into a trap where you are unhappy because you don't have much going for yourself. As I was saying, if you just wake up in the morning, just about make it into work, finish work, come home, and all you do in the evening is scroll through Instagram and TikTok, then you're not going to be happy. However, if you wake up in the morning early, you hit the gym early, despite how you don't want to do it, despite how much you want to go back to bed and snooze your alarm, despite that, you still get up, no matter how you feel. You go to the gym, you work out, you get to work early, you participate, you're passionate at work, then you get back home and perhaps you do something else. You do a side hobby, you do a sport on the side, perhaps you do football, you play a football game. Maybe you work on one of your skills, you want to get better at chess, anything. We are all different people, we all have different capabilities. If you do this, then I can promise you that you're going to be a more fulfilled and happy person. Now, it also means that you're going to be more tired and it takes more sacrifice, but the sacrifice is worth it. The toughness in today's society is very much missing, Back in the day, as I said, you didn't have a choice. You had to have gone through difficult things to provide for your family, to make sure that your family eats, making sure that you have a house. When war happened, you had to escape, you had to do certain things that are very, very scary and dangerous. And through this, you became tough and your problem-solving skills had to have improved. Now, to improve your problem-solving, to improve your ability to deal with stress, you have to self-inflict this trauma on yourself. As I was saying, going to the gym, sports. But it doesn't have to be that. I mean, you can literally just practice this by inflicting on yourself as much stress as possible. For example, let's say you're at work or you're doing something on the side. You go to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to take up as much work as possible to put myself under as much pressure as possible, which then is going to help me to deal with pressure in the future better. Now, there is a correlation with being able to deal with stress and pressure and success. And the best way to do this is by actually putting yourself in extremely stressful situations, because once you overcome these, you grow from this. And then in the future, your ability to deal with stress is going to get better. But this is the point of this video, right? In the 21st century, these hard situations, you can avoid them very easily, but that's not the way forward. You have to self-inflict some trauma on yourself in order to grow. It does not happen naturally anymore. You can literally order McDonald's from Uber Eats. To me, that is crazy. That just really sums up how easy our lives have gotten and how comfortable we have gotten. So please don't get comfortable. To an extent, yeah, but overall still challenge yourself and try and self-improve as much as possible. But apart from this, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I make a video every week. Just tune in for the next one, which I am going to be releasing next week.